What's going on, Omnibuddies? Mitch here, and today we are celebrating Father's Day by looking at some of the best books, at least in my opinion, that have fathers in them. Alright, so I have 4 books here. 4 books, so it's not a top 5, it's a top 4. Maybe, you know what, it could be a top 5. We'll see what happens. But we are looking at Father's Day books because it is, at least, like I said before, as of the filming of this, Father's Day. So I wanted to come in my father's flannel with the blue light and, you know, father's anger, wrath, red light, I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to come and share some of my absolute favorite graphic novels that have fathers in them, that kind of celebrate that family, fatherhood, all that kind of stuff. So I want to start off with one of the best books, in my opinion, that celebrates fatherhood, Darth Vader. So this is, no, I'm joking. So Darth Vader is obviously a terrible father, but you know, I wanted to say that. And I guess this could count as the bonus book, number 5, because he really does have a great redemption. Spoiler. He really does have a great redemption arc, Anakin and Darth Vader. And you know what? Charles Soule's Darth Vader is phenomenal. If you're looking for some Disney era canon Star Wars books, this is it. This is Darth Vader being an absolute BA, and it has some amazing art in there too. Just like Vader just absolutely figuratively and literally just killing it. Really great book, and I believe this one's the one that got reprinted. So, but there are 2 Vader Omnis, and so I guess that's kind of the joke. But he's got a great redemption arc. So, and you know what? We all need redemption. We all fail, especially as parents. So you know what? It's actually a pretty good pick as a joke. And you know who has the absolute best parents ever in comics? Batman. Okay, that one is actually a joke. So, enough joke. But you know what? Actually, a great father-son relationship in comics, in my opinion, is Batman. So Bruce Wayne and Damian is actually my real kind of first pick. If you haven't read Tomasi's and Gleason's Batman and Robin, this Omni is absolutely gorgeous, both story-wise, art-wise, just phenomenal stuff. Reading this, not the Omni, actually I read most of it in single issues, made Damian Wayne one of my absolute most favorite, most loved DC characters. This story is just so good. The only downfall, in my opinion, and this is very much my opinion, is that this was coming out at the same time as Grant Morrison's Batman Inc. And there's 3, actually I have the 3 of them, they're hidden right here, 3 Batman Omnis by Grant Morrison. I think it's about issue 17 or 18. You have to actually jump into some of Batman Inc. because it directly affects the storyline. So you actually have to jump in and out, which was really weird reading it. I had to, in single issues, everyone's like, don't read the next Batman and Robin issue. You got to go buy Batman Inc. Like some random issue where something crazy happens and it directly, otherwise you're going to be completely lost. So that's my only qualm with it. But overall, that story of that father-son, you know, Batman and Robin, great dynamic and all, but that father-son dynamic with Batman or with Bruce and Damian, really good. Like just the push and pull, the struggle of, you know, Damian's upbringing without Bruce, and then Bruce trying to become a father and be a good father figure, not just, you know, like how he's always been with all the other kids that he's kind of pulled into the fray and sort of adopted in a way. But this is like his actual son. Really good stuff, very heartwarming, and Damian is a B.A. Really good story. So that is my number 4. Yeah, so Vader's kind of like my number 5. But anyways, number 4, Batman and Robin. Okay, number 3. And this is a book I've done an overview on before. So if you're very much interested in it, this is God is Red by Sal Abinanti. And this is actually like, he, I mean, it says he was power, he was glory, he was atomica, and he would shake the world. So this is like, God creates, kind of coming into the Jurassic Park situation. God creates dinosaur, or God creates man, dinosaur, God creates man, man, whatever. God creates man, man creates a God, and this God kind of goes out and goes nuts. So this, though, Red Atomica, he has a son in this, and it took me by surprise because it was actually a very interesting take on, there's a lot of interesting philosophy in there. And this is like Soviet and very interesting art. Sal's art, Abinanti's art, is just absolutely, just completely different from so many other graphic novels that I'm used to seeing. So gorgeous and so kind of haunting, but his color is amazing. Check out those end sheets too. And my copy is signed. Because I got the Kickstarter edition. But yeah, this book, he deals with God has a son and then what happens with that son and that struggle and that push and pull of a father-son in a godlike relationship. Really crazy, really cool, great read. Highly recommend this as my number 3 pick for interesting Father's Day books to read. Okay, number 2, and this is not blood relation fatherhood, but this is going back to kind of that I mentioned earlier with Batman adopting these kids. But this is TMNT. We got Splinter. He is a great father figure. You know, obviously he kind of like brings in these mutant turtles and all of that, but such a great story of family in this book, in this series. I think number 15, deluxe volume 15 is coming out very soon as of the making of this video. So this series has been going on for a very long time. And I know they're on like issue 150 or something like that. And there's a ton of mini series. And then now, like right now, as of now, they have the When Where with Usagi and TMNT crossovers. Really cool stuff. Art, I mean, obviously with 150 issues, tons of different artists on here. I think that's Neutrinos in there, looking at small and backwards in the monitor. But some of the, especially in these early issues, with Mateus Santaloco and Dan Duncan, some of my favorite TMNT artists in here. But the TMNT artists switch around a lot. I think this is Santaloco. Yeah, this, oh man, I think this is Secret History of the Foot right there. Close to it. But Splinter is a great dad, always teaching his sons about, obviously, like martial arts, but more than martial arts, he's teaching them how to control themselves and be the best person that they can be. Amazing father, amazing family dynamics, because that's what the TMNT really is all about, is family, brotherhood, and fatherhood. So that brings us to my number 1, my absolute favorite fatherhood book. And this, I mean, could be any parent, but this one is really, this hit me hard because I had, when I read it, had just become a father myself. And it does touch on all those emotions when you find out that you're going to be a father. But this is, and it also comes from one of my absolute favorite creators, and he does the story and art on it, Jeff Lemire's Underwater Welder. Now, this is one of my absolute favorite books. Essex County is way up there too. May's book I wanted to also bring in here, but I didn't want to have May's book and Underwater Welder, Lemire together. And May's book just kills me as a father because it's about the loss of a child. But this is about becoming a dad, finding out you're going to be a father, and the struggle and the emotions and the the doubt that creeps in as a father. But this is just such a beautifully told book. And this, so I had to go out and get those end sheets. I'm a sucker for end sheets and paper, but I had to go out and buy the limited edition signed and numbered. So this is 136 of 300. I think there's still some available online for retail, which is absolutely crazy. But this is, I know some people aren't into black and white, but this book, oh my gosh, he's an underwater welder, and it's dealing with his, like I said, his doubt, his anxiety, his past experience and baggage as a son with his father and him. Just beautiful storytelling, and a lot of mystery and a lot of atmosphere in here. I mean, yeah, look at that. I mean, so much atmosphere. I mean, he's underwater. So yeah, it's absolutely by far, if you are becoming a dad or have just become a dad, man, this book hits all those tones and those emotions so well. I mean, at least it did for me. I know these are, this is all my opinion. That's the great thing about comics, is it's all really opinion based, and what hits you and speaks to you the most. But those 4 books are really what spoke to me, or at least those stories and characters are what spoke to me. So we'll go through them again real quick, other than Vader. But we have Batman and Robin with Bruce's and Damian's relationship. Atomica God is Red with the relationship of man creating God, so there it's almost the father. And then the God overwhelming the man, and then God creating another God, and is he going to be overwhelmed by his creation? Nuts storytelling and art. We got TMNT is just a beautiful story of family and Splinter and adopting and teaching and helping these kids become the best that they can be, even beyond the Turtles, just all the different people, April and Casey and the Mutanimals, is that how you say it? Just everyone, trying to help everyone be better than they are and be the best persons they can be. Then Underwater Welder, really just exploring that dynamic of becoming a father and the doubt that can creep in. So good, such great storytelling. That's it. Those are my top 4. I really wanted to make this video pretty quick and get that out there, and just kind of, if you're looking for ideas on parenthood, fatherhood, that kind of stuff, and that touches on it within graphic novels, those are some of my top ones. Like I said, there's May's book, which is Losing a Child, which is just awful, and I did not want to highlight that one much. Essex County, which is, that whole seasons of life. There's tons of great stuff. I almost did Hellboy with that relationship with the doctor and Hellboy himself, but it's a pretty small part of the story. It's pivotal, but it's small. Some really cool Sentinel, Losing Your Parents, but that's Lemire again. Really cool stuff out there, which brings me to, please comment on this video, because I really want to know, and this doesn't have to just be fatherhood, but maybe parenthood, or dealing with that father, mother, daughter, son, all that kind of interaction between parents and their children. Let me know in the comments what some of your favorite stories are that highlight that relationship. I would love to find out what you recommend and what really spoke to you. So let me know in the comments, but don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, do all those things. But yeah, comment. Love to hear what you what's out there for y'all that you're really finding and have dug into. All right, that's it. Take care, stay cool, and happy Father's Day.